Tariffs are taxes on imported goods, used by governments to protect local industries, raise revenue, or influence trade. While they can benefit domestic producers, they often lead to higher consumer prices, disrupted supply chains, and international retaliation. Donald Trump made tariffs a central part of his economic agenda. Breaking from decades of free trade policy, he aimed to reduce trade deficits, protect American jobs, raise revenue, and use tariffs as leverage in trade negotiations, particularly with countries like China. His "America First" approach viewed tariffs as a way to restore U.S. industrial strength and push back against what he saw as unfair global trade practices. Some U.S. industries benefited. Domestic producers of steel, aluminum, and certain machinery saw short-term gains as foreign competition became more expensive. However, industries dependent on imports, like autos, electronics, and construction, faced rising input costs. Consumers were hit with higher prices on everyday goods, disproportionately affecting lower-income households. Trump's tariff strategy sparked major trade tensions. Countries such as China, Canada, and the EU responded with retaliatory tariffs, leading to full-blown trade wars. The US-China conflict, in particular, saw hundreds of billions in tariffs imposed by both sides. While some trade agreements were renegotiated, many of the deeper economic issues, especially with China, remained unresolved. Domestically, opinions were divided. Supporters argued tariffs protected American jobs and forced trading partners to negotiate fairly. Critics called them a hidden tax on consumers and businesses, warning of inflation and reduced global competitiveness. The business community expressed concern over market uncertainty, which often delayed investments and disrupted planning. Beyond economics, tariffs became a political symbol. For Trump's base, they represented toughness, national pride, and resistance to globalization. For others, they reflected isolationism and economic mismanagement. Experts often suggested alternatives: investing in infrastructure, workforce training, and innovation, partnering with allies for coordinated trade enforcement, and using diplomacy rather than unilateral action. In the end, Trump's tariffs reshaped the trade conversation in America. While they achieved some short-term goals, they also brought higher costs and new challenges. Whether seen as a bold correction or a damaging gamble, the legacy of Trump's tariff policy remains central to debates on America's economic direction.